Rigathi Gachagua came out to tell these lazy buffoons in the United Opposition that he's fighting hard to become the presidential candidate and not a kingmaker. Rigathi Gachagua said these statements.
You guys said you are leaderless, partless, true. But for us to have meaningful change, a leader must be elected.
Yes.
A leader must be elected through a political party.
Yes.
So the reality of the Kenyan politics and our constitution is that the agencies must belong to a certain party and they must back a certain leader, one way or another. It is my request that if the young people of Kenya so desires to fight Rigathi Gachagua to be that leader, it is my desire, it is my prayer, it is my request that the young people of Kenya identify and associate with the DCP party as a vehicle that will deliver the change that they desire. Thank you.
That is Rigathi Gachagua. First of all, I also believe that Akina Kalonzo Musyoka, JB Muturi, it is most especially Kalonzo Musyoka wants to be president, is one of the laziest. In fact, he should not even be given a DP slot. You cannot come out every day to go, okay, in boardroom meetings. Yet Gachagua continues to hold meetings each and every time, including holding meetings, 10 meetings per day. And you are waiting to sit on a boardroom to decide who's going to be presidential candidate. In fact, the day the courts will give a green light for Gachagua to stand, there should be no debate. There should be no debate. Gachagua should be holding the opposition, the United Flag opposition, to run for the president. And for me, I think the best candidate to take even the deputy, to not be even Kalonzo, should be Sifuna. And this is my opinion. I feel bad that these people who want leadership go in boardrooms, announce something, go in another boardroom, announce something. As Gachagua each and every day holds a delegation or a rally. In the whole month, Kalonzo Musyoka has held one rally, and we are in the last year towards the generation. Kalonzo Musyoka has held only one rally in 1 month. This is August. Gachagua has held multiple rallies plus multiple engagements, and you still want to bring a debate on who wants to hold the flag. Matiang'i, okay, they're holding less rallies. So you are coming out to say, to have a debate on who's supposed to hold the opposition flag. We all know who's better. We all know who has much charisma. If Gachagua is taken away from the opposition, we may not have the opposition. That is the truth. In fact, I've also been asking a question: why is Gachagua so much in the mountain? But he answered this. He said these statements.
I told my colleagues, winning a presidential election needs a formula. And some of us are quite experienced. We have been in this game for a long time. I've been in every succession since 1992. The transition from single party to multi-party democracy. I participated in every succession. The Moi succession, the Kibaki succession, Uhuru succession, and I'm now right in the middle of the Ruto succession. I know one or two things, and I've persuaded my colleagues that to be elected, votes must be mobilized. And the process of winning the next general election for us, the United Opposition, begins with consolidation of regions. Let every leader go and consolidate where you are strong and where you have a say. Once we all consolidate, the remaining job will be the easiest. This one of sitting and identifying one candidate, people are saying it's the hardest. It's actually the easiest. We are dealing with the most difficult phase of liberating this country. Consolidating votes against William Ruto is the most difficult job. And that is what is going on now. Picking a single presidential candidate is a simple job. We can meet one afternoon after lunch and before dinner the candidate is known, and we move on. So wacha kila mtu aende aunganishe kura zake. Mimi yangu nimemaliza. Sasa I want also to go nikatafute umaarufu kwingine.
That is Rigathi Gachagua. He came out to say that he must consolidate his home area, and he's doing very great. Can you imagine the bedrock of UDA and William Ruto in the mountain? Gachagua has done so much work to an extent that being a UDA candidate in the mountain in Kenya is so risky. You are 80% losing your seat. And it is the truth. This is how politics is done. Remember in 2017, Uhuru Kenyatta made TNA. It was basically in the mountain. Ruto went back to Rift Valley and made URP. They consolidated their home areas. The moment they came together, it was a sure bet to win the presidency. So people, even other people, should emulate that. Imagine if Fred Matiang'i every day would hold a delegation in Nyamira, in Kisii, etc., hold a rally. By the time they would come together, it would be a sure bet to take William Ruto home. So it is true. If we want a credible opposition leader, there is no way you can jump. There is no way you can jump the name Rigathi Gachagua, because Rigathi Gachagua is a sure bet of taking William Ruto home. And for me, when I see these lazy boys every time boardrooms are not bad, but that should not be an agenda to put out in the news. In fact, your boardroom meetings should not even come in the media. What we want to see in the media is when Kalonzo Musyoka is in Ukambani and Coast moving, holding delegations like the way Rigathi Gachagua does. By the time they are holding delegations, Rigathi Gachagua is meeting Gen Zs. In fact, here is what they were doing in a bedroom. Here's a tape. That is what they were doing in a bedroom, in a boardroom. Boardrooms are not bad, but they should come out and move and ask for votes. It is the truth. I know some have a lot of experience, some bring the face of the entire nation, but what Rigathi Gachagua is saying is go out and look for votes. Of course, that's what remains story. Mr. Makindi Kabesulaiman Magal. If you're into this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I can motivate you to do more such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.